Hey, my name is Nick, and for this particular section, I want to take Turo.com. Turo is basically Airbnb, and for cars, and you can go out anywhere in America and rent a car from these guys. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just go to come here to Turo.com, and you can come out and let's say someone has a Tesla. Rent it and then go out, and let's say it says 129. This guy's done 300 trips at $100. Let's say he does $100 times 300 is what? It's 30,000. 100 times whatever. Let's see. He's done what? He's done 100 is what? 100 times 300 trips. He's made over $30,000 with his Tesla. Right? Everyone wants a Tesla. The reality is that not everyone will have the money to come out and get themselves a Tesla. So what do? Simple. We go out and you have an Airbnb and you want to market that Airbnb. So why not just give somebody's flying in from the airport and they basically need a place to, they need to go to the store and back, they have a game. They don't, they don't want to rent from hats.com and so on and so forth, right? So provide them with an option. Say, hey, look, I have a free car you can use, for small things. So I'm going to use a Honda code here to explain the strategy. The strategy is this: look, you can go to insurance auctions or Copart. These are some of the biggest auctions in the market, and you can buy yourself used cars. What I usually would suggest is that buy 2-3 cars on the same model. You can do this over 2 years, not necessarily over tax time. Buy a car, buy another car, buy another car. Then you can rip out the spare parts and create for yourself a bit of what do you call it? Create for yourself a database of spare parts, and then use the cars to list on Turo, and then list them for cheap. Tesla, of course, don't do this with Tesla. I don't even think it's possible. It's just an expensive car. I'm just using this as an example. So let's say you have 3 to 4 to 5 Teslas. Then you can, when you're listing your place on Airbnb, say, hey, when you book, you have a free Tesla for a day, and you can even drive, cross-drive traffic in between the two listings. Now, what usually happens when you're dealing with when you go to insurance auction, let me show you what an auction it looks like. Let's say this is a 2005. I need something in, let's see. I need something in close to me, so I need something in maybe Charlotte or something. This is in Northern Virginia, Louisville, Kentucky. This is in Charlotte. Let me see this, how it looks like. And basically I can use this to come in and buy tires, take out maybe the transmission, and okay, it's work. Okay, it's a bit of work. You can look at that. It's beautiful. It's quaint. It's a beautiful car. The lights, you can use this for the tires, the seats maybe. This will cost you, the buy now price is $800. What? Which is amazing. Then you can use this to rip out, some of the other parts like the doors and all these things. So I'm assuming maybe you have 2 to 3 cars of this. And then you can rip out the car, some of the spare parts from this, and then you can go out and you can donate the remaining piece to the junket or something, and get like a receipt that at the end of the year you can use that for your taxes. Now, just like with everything else, please speak to your accountant and lawyer. So if you're going to use this strategy, you can quietly build a fleet over a year. Then you can sell it off in the next tax season when people have money, and then you can use this and just flood the market on Turo, and you can have as many listings as possible, and then take the car that you have and use that for your marketing purposes for your property. Because the more positive reviews you have, the more bookings you have, right? So the general idea is that 2 of the biggest markets are IAI, and the importance of the IAI is that they do not ask for dealer license. So you can actually literally go in and just buy any car that you want, right? The other, websites, Salvage World Auctions, Salvage Bid, these are more in North Carolina, SEA Auction. So basically these are huge dealers, and then they've just created rightsafely.com. So you can come in and take a look at what you have, give them a call and see if that they have what you need. Now, where do you get spare parts for your car? You can either go to one of the biggest auction salvage yards, one of the most professional ones, called LKQ Online, aftermarket and salvage parts. So heavy truck, they have everything from trucks to glass suppliers. They even have BB orders. If you have a yard in Africa and you want to buy Ford 350 cars, you can come in here, buy whatever parts you need, and then have them shipped to you, or you can actually literally go there and get whatever you need. Now, what I usually do, and this happened, the shift has happened in the last maybe 5 to 6 years, is that at times, and mark this words, it's cheaper to buy spare parts from Amazon Automotive. Now, I think there's a section I have where I say, if you look at my screen, I have a business account with Amazon, so you can go out and use your tax PIN or tax EIN number and register on Amazon as a business, and you can get really cheap interior accessories. I mean, everything is like 17% off, 20% off, and you buy new spare parts. So Amazon Automotive is a fantastic place as usual. With the guys like AA and Advanced Auto and Advanced Spares or whatever, you can come in and buy the spare parts from there. Now, those are the much more newer parts. But if there are specific parts you may not get from, you may not want to buy a new part, you want to maybe check out other junkyards or salvage units. Carparts.com is one of the most oldest car part market. They have about 200 million car parts. So basically go out and check them out. And so for them, let's say one of the things that usually people buy from let's see a Honda Accord 2005. Then you need what? You need an airbag, right? USA, let's say 27612. So the one thing about airbags, a lot of people don't know, is that airbags, you cannot ship airbags you cannot have them flown, the parts flown to you. You have to go back and get something. So basically the idea is it's not such. So basically for airbags, you literally have to go out, they have to be shipped, I believe, by road based on various regulations. So most of these small things, I think you have to literally, either you have to go drive there or maybe use FedEx Ground for them to ship you some of those spare parts. Then of course, I think the important thing is understanding that you should just pace yourself, build with something you know. I was using the Honda Accord as an example, and then go out. You can get 2, 3, 4, 5 other Honda Accords for cheap, $800, $1,000. Then create yourself a fleet of 2 to 3 cars. Then you can always resell, and then use that to now list on your Airbnb. And once you use that on your Airbnb, you can give the people that are coming in for free, right? So when people are searching, they're contacting you. You can use that as a marketing tool to market to them. So yeah, that's it. It's really that simple. Of course, I'm leaving out the work of selection mechanics and tow trucks. Now, when you're bidding for cars, always make sure you know the location of where you're bidding. Like this is in Charlotte, so I'm thinking it's about $800 for them to tow, or you can go to U-Haul and just get what do you call it? You get the whistle loaders for the car. You can rent a car for a day, just go pick it up and just drive it down. It's something I've done. I've literally been going to West Virginia to pick up a car, then bring it back all the way to North Carolina. So it's really, it's a simple thing. And these are beautiful cars, man. These are beautiful cars, ladies and gentlemen. These are beautiful cars. You can get parts for these cars, for everything you need, on whatever you need, and you'll be able to, make some extra cash on the side. But that's it. It's really that simple. I mean, I'm not going to waste your time too much on, I believe actually, Parts Market, Jupiter Pro Max. So these are now sites that are coming up that have everything you need within reach, and you can go out and get all the parts you need to create your fleet that you can rent and dismantle your competition. If you have any questions, I'm always available, and have a lovely day.